Hey, what is going on, Virgos? Butch Show here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read. It may not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Wild Reflections Tarot. As most of you know that have been watching me for a while, and I do appreciate it, by the way, I have a very big collection of tarot decks, but I'm always looking for new ones. I'm one of those people that I always like to try new things. So if there's a deck that you haven't seen me use or just your favorite deck, comment down below. And if I don't have it, I will definitely check it out. And you might see it in the next Virgo. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Virgos? What do we have for Virgos? What is going on with Virgos? All right, Virgos. So the first thing I see is I feel like there's a connection. We have the Six of Cups, so I mean, this could be someone that you had a connection with or someone you still have a connection with, but I feel like this is definitely a familiar energy. This is someone I feel like you already know. And with this person, I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy with this person. Like, there's moments when it feels like you couldn't be any closer, then there's moments when it feels like they have their walls up. We have very defensive energy with that nine of wands. I just feel like with this person, you don't know where it's going. Or at least you don't know where they want it to go. I feel like this person, first and foremost, I feel like this incredible connection that you have, and I feel like this is what really complicates things. We have the Lovers card, so it's that, there's something deeper here. There's a strong bond that you share with this person, and there's this deep connection. But like with the Lovers card, I always like to say, or not always, but anyway, with the Lovers card, it's like that iceberg love. You can see it. There's something there, but you don't know how deep it goes until you get closer to it. And that's the problem. I feel like you're having a hard time feeling like you can get closer to this person. With that distance and feeling like they have their walls up. There's a very defensive energy. It's a hard time. We have the Eight of Swords as well. So that self-imposed prison. Like, you're trying to get closer to this person. You feel this incredible connection with this person, but it's almost like, that old saying, you can't get water from a rock. I just feel like with this person, they're so, I don't want to say secretive. We have the Seven of Swords, so I feel like they're very good at hiding how they feel. Like I said, with that nine of wands, a very defensive energy, and then we have the Eight of Swords, a self-imposed prison, and then we follow that up with the Seven of Swords. How they feel, I feel like you never really scratch the surface of. What you got from this person is only the beginning. But I feel like with this person, they overthink the shit out of everything, You know, that they let their imagination get the best of them with that Four of Swords, overthinking, and with the Moon is their imagination get the best of them. Because I feel like with this person, they know what they want. They know exactly what they want. This person thinks about you and only you. I just feel like they have a hard time admitting that they need you. You know, the wanting part I don't feel like is as hard, and I feel like that's why there is that hot and cold energy, because I feel like the wanting you is easy for them. It's easy to want you. It's hard to admit that they need you. But it goes hand in hand. It's not one or the other. It's not wanting you but not needing you, and it's not needing you but not wanting you. It's both. And I feel like that's where they struggle. You know, with that two of Wands, they know what they want. The Four of Cups, they think about you and only you. You know, I just feel like this person is at a balanced, you know, a lot of late nights, a lot of anxiety. They just have a hard time admitting, you know, to what's in front of them. You know, sometimes we run into people that just, they know exactly what they want, but getting it is a different story. You know, like I said, with this person, they think about you and only you. You know, they fantasize about a future with you. You know, their feelings are real. They're very real. You know, fantasizing about a future with you. You know, kind of picturing it, where it's going to go and what it's going to be like when we get there. And then we have that King of Cups. It's that, you know, that emotional maturity. So I feel like that emotionally this person's invested as much as they can be invested. But the only thing holding them back is the fact that they don't. It's kind of a stubborn energy. Like if they're having a hard time admitting that they need you. And that's what's really putting the brakes on here. I mean, I feel like you're both on the same page. You want the same thing. Just one's willing to admit it. I mean, I feel like you both want to move forward with this. You know, and I mean, with the Queen of Wands, this person knows what they want. They just got to go after it. You know, they got to put it out there. I mean, they want to move forward with you. They want to be with you with that Chariot. That's that forward movement. You know, this person, they don't want to be anywhere else. You know, they want that foundation with you. They want to build with you. They're just having a hard time communicating that. You know, they have a hard time admitting what we both know is right there in front of us. You know, I feel like you know a lot of what I'm saying is just confirmation for you, because I feel like you already know. I feel like the complication is why they're not expressing it, why they're not telling you, why they're not, you know, opening up that communication. And like I said, I mean, I feel like with this person, there may be hot and cold energy, but this person shows up when you need them to show up. The only thing left to do is communicate, and I feel like that is coming. And I feel like as they start to open up, and as they start to realize that it's not a weakness to open up, you know, that's when we start moving forward and we can start building this foundation strong and where, you know, getting it to where it needs to be. Like I said, this person shows up, they put in the work, and the more they realize that they don't have to shut you out, the less they will. You know, more and more communication, more and more being honest. Like I said, with this person, I feel like it's a matter of, it's really hard for this person to admit that they need you. You know, let's call a little bit of a pride thing. But I feel like it's not only that. I feel like they're afraid to look weak in front of you. You know, because they put on this strong exterior. You know, they put up this strong front. And when you put up this strong front long enough, it's almost like it's hard. It's almost like it feels like a little bit of a toxic masculinity energy almost. You know, like you're brought up to not cry in front of someone, so you do everything you can, and if you have to cry, you go cry somewhere else. Like, it's just not being able to open up that vulnerability in front of someone, in fear of being judged, or in fear of, um, the person seeing you in a way that they don't want to see you. But the point of a real relationship is to build together, is to be honest with each other. And I'm not saying your person wants to cry. I'm just saying they're on the same page. They need you. The problem is they're doing a lot of work to try to prove that they don't, when they do. They're fighting against the current. But like I said, once they open up, and I feel like once they feel more and more comfortable in the situation, they establish that trust a little bit more. I feel like you're going to get everything you want from this person. We have the Nine of Cups, that emotional fulfillment. We have the Ten of Pentacles, getting everything that you wanted. What you thought you were going to get from this person, you will get from them. It takes patience sometimes. But with this person, I just feel like there's so many great things. Like, I feel like you just click with this person. I feel like there's moments when it feels like there's nobody else. There's just you and them. And they feel that way too. Don't be confused by this. But like I said, for a lot of you, this is just confirmation. You already know they have these feelings. I feel like the confusion is, why aren't they showing them, or why they have a hard time showing them. Just because people have feelings for us, and even if you're the absolute one, doesn't mean they're going to be completely open all the time. That shit comes with time and patience. But it is there. You're not wrong. With this person, we have Gemini. We have some Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Some Pisces. Some Sagittarius. Cancer as well. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I feel like a broken record, but I gotta say it again. You can be as in love as anybody's ever been in love. It doesn't mean it's gonna come easy. It doesn't mean that person. Everybody reacts to things differently. And like I said, it sounds kind of like a little bit of a toxic masculinity type energy. Toxic femininity too, I guess, because it's like some people just have a hard time admitting something that even though they know in their heart is real. Sometimes we block ourselves off so well that it's almost hard for us to get back out. We block off our emotions, or we keep people so far away from us that it's so hard to bridge that gap sometimes. But what I see here is someone that's trying to. Even though there's moments when it feels like this person is just distancing themselves from you, I don't feel like that's the case at all. That's not what they want to do. That's not their intentions. Sometimes our true intentions are the hardest to show people. Like I said, trust is a hard thing to establish. Depending, there's so many variables. There's so many factors about past relationships, romantic and just family, friends. Sometimes we have a hard time letting other people in. For some people, it's because they've been alone so long that they trust themselves. Sometimes they've been alone so long they don't trust themselves. So it's one of those things where there's so many different variables depending on the person. Sometimes you let the wrong person in, and it's hard to recover from that. But things will work out as they should, as long as we allow them to. And that works on your side and their side. It's not just you. And I know that's such a such a big thing because, you know, you can allow it to happen. And if they don't, it'll never really work. But fortunately enough for you, this read, I feel like this person is going to open up. It may take a little longer than you were expecting, but I feel like you have a great connection. You know, I feel like this is someone you enjoy spending time with. You know, I feel like they get you and you get them, and you get them more than you think you get them, to be honest, because as we see in this read moving forward, I feel like they are going to open up more and more, and that trust is going to be established. The thing with trust is sometimes it's really hard to establish the trust. You know, you find it hard to let someone in, or they find it hard to let you in. But the thing about that is once they do, they do. You know, for some people, it's really hard to fall in love. But once they fall in love, they're in. For some people, it's really easy to fall in love, but it's also very easy to fall out of love. You know, it's kind of a thing. You know, some people don't fall in love easily, but when they do, you know it's real. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. But anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.